Hello everybody. This is Challenger EX coming at you with a little bit of a different kind of video here, especially with the Dofus community. I figured I'd do a reaction type video. I personally am super excited for this. I really enjoy the Plantala expansion pack. I did the whole quest line I think in 1 or 2 weeks. And I enjoy the storyline. I enjoy the new places, the art, the characters, and of course the Domakuru Dofus you get at the end. So I'm super excited about this. It sucks that we had to wait a whole freaking year for this, but it's here. We're here. So I'm gonna react to this. I haven't seen this at all. I've been at work all day, overall busy. But yeah, I mean, this is probably coming December, so it's currently October 25th, and let's go ahead and read it. Let's see what it says. Certain signs are unmistakable. When you hear, get ready to import your character onto the beta server, and we show off a brand new trailer that gives you goosebumps. There's no room for doubt. The update is coming along nicely. Awesome. We don't know about you, but for us, this trailer makes us eager to explore forgotten forests, whack a few unruly weeds, and meet the local guardian. Even if it means getting a switching with some very green wood switching. There might be a mistranslation there, but let's keep going. If you're just as eager as we are to test a new zone as soon as possible, remember to equip your character next Monday, since the save to participate in the beta will be done during next week's maintenance. We can't wait to hear what you think about these first images, if the scenery makes you want to visit, and if the Damadrya, the local protector, ups the pressure. Whew, that's awesome. Alright, so what I was saying, it's October 25th right now. So the character backups is going to happen November 1st, right? And I assume the beta's going to run for a month, all the way through November, and we'll probably get the update first, second week of December. So yeah, a whole year between updates. It's crazy. But let's go to also this right here. This art. This looks awesome. Back in the day, I used to have a green panda. Her name was Atomica because she was like neon green. She was like atomic green. That's how I made her. So that reminds me of the panda I had back in the day. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. It's 41 seconds. So let's see what they got. And Kama logo. Okay, that was cool.
I know that you miss its calm landscapes and its treasures, its beauty, its mysteries.
I didn't expect this to be narrated.
But you must listen to me, I beg of you. Listen well.
Ooh.
A single step into Plantala will cause your destruction. Do you understand? Plantala, the roots of evil.
Ooh, that was cool. That was so cool. All right, we gotta go back. We gotta slow this down. Hit it with that rewind. It didn't show much gameplay. I think it was more of a story context trailer. So this is cool. So it looks like we're going into Plantala. We did visit Plantala a little bit. If you ran the new Plantala storyline, it does take you into that section where you fight the bamboo guardian, but you only go like a map into it, and you know they tease it. But yeah, these backgrounds are looking cool. It's like a little it's like a dragon, wooden dragon thing coming out of there.
Its calm landscapes and its treasures, its beauty, its mystery.
Okay, so we got these little. I know these are from like a Ghibli movie, like little like ghost things.
Its resources, but you must live.
Okay, this guy's cool. This guy looks like a mount. Some sort of like magical elk, forest elk thing.
I beg of you, listen well. A single step.
All right, so yeah, so it looks like this lady's gonna be like maybe the main focus. She reminds me of the. I know there's like a main panda character, a female panda character, like you kind of go back and forth with during the first part of the story. She's like blue, so I don't know if they're related, but
Into Plantala will cause your destruction. Do you understand? Plantala, the roots of evil.
that was cool. I like this logo. I like the color schemes. So they show off a little bit of the locales, but I think this is more of a teaser than a trailer.
Its resources. But you must listen to me. I beg of you. Listen well. A single step into Plantala will cause your destruction.
Okay, so she might be a protagonist, maybe.
Plantala, the roots of evil.
And that was cool. That was cool. I didn't expect this to be narrated. Yeah, it's a nice little teaser. Wonder who these guys are. They remind me of like the Korok. I think they're the Koroks from Zelda. Like wooden leaf people. This one looks cool. Oh, look, you can see a little face on the rock there. Yeah, so I don't know how exactly this is gonna connect to the storyline. Like I said, I enjoyed the storyline in the first part. It's been a year, so I don't remember much of it. So I don't know how Edward could lead into this. I know, spoilers. Once you run the storyline, you know it takes you all the way through meeting the Black Ink Dragon, which it gives you the Domakuru Dofus, and it teases it teases the second part, which is like the White Dragon, right? So yeah, Plantala. Yeah, looks like Plantala's gonna be it. What it's gonna encompass, we don't know yet. How big it's gonna be, we don't know. So I do have other tabs here we could go through. So if we look at the PC Dofus side of things, which is, you know, just for reference, these things aren't related at all. But if we look at their updates, they did get Plantala Awakens on July 15th, 2020, whereas we got it December 12th, 2020. So there was part of July to, it was like 5 months in between those two updates. But as you can see here, the PC got their second part in September, just a couple of months later. And this, let's see, so Plantala Awakens, it was more or less in line with what we got. Like, they got the new areas, the new Aerodala, the new Aquadala, and stuff like that. So that kind of matched up. But if we look at their second part here, let me see, is this it? Nope, that's not it. So part two. So part two is where they got their storyline. It took them to Imajiro, the White Dragon, and Dorigami, which is the White Dofus. So hopefully, I think more than likely, this is where it's gonna take us to meet this guy here, and we're gonna get the White Dofus. No idea what the kind of stats is gonna be, because even I know their PC Domakuro gave a plus summon, and it was like a level 100. It was like a mid-range, mid-level Dofus, in where our Dofus, of course, gave critical damage. Let's see. Let's search. Get a Domakuru. Let's search what this gives on PC. It's real-time reaction here, so alright. Just bear with me. Okay, so look, 20 MP parry? Is that what it really? Applies 100% of level as a shield at the start of each turn for the first 5 turns. Okay, so it's got a passive. During each of those 5 turns, if the caster kills a summon, the caster gains 100% of their level as a shield. Okay. Shields are only obtained during the... Okay, so it looks like it's very a defensive kind of Dofus. It gives a lot of shields, so I can see that happening with our version of it. The Domakuro does seem very offensive, especially with it giving plus critical damage, which dirty. It's a good chunk, and it did have that passive where if you get hit by a close combat attack, your ranged damage increases, and vice versa. So maybe we're getting a more defensive Dorigami, which would be interesting. But yeah, so that's what their part 2 entails. Of course, they did get 4 parts in total. Hopefully we don't have to wait 2 more years to wrap this up in between the updates. So if we go back to their PC update list, they got part 3 in December 18, which is just a handful of days where we got our first Plantala expansion pack. And this update took them through... I'm not familiar with the storyline at all. I do watch... I've seen... I do keep up with some of the English PC Dofus YouTubers, and some of them... I've seen them go through some of these dungeons and stuff like that. But this is kind of like the union of the ink and paper dragon, and this is where their kind of story, part 3 kind of took them. And they got another Dofus, which is the spotted Dofus, I think. Maybe we can search it up here. Let's go. Yeah, so they got this guy here in part 3. Can we go to it? And this gave critical resistance if the bear inflicts damage during their turn. They and their allies carry in the door. Okay, so this had synergy with the other Dofus, with the ink and paper Dofus. So this had an interesting effect. If the bear does not inflict damage, they and their allies carry it. So it looks like it's very offensive. But again, I mean, this PC stuff is irrelevant to our stuff, but it's good to use as a kind of speculate, right? So that's where part 3 took them. So hopefully we don't have to wait till 2022 for part 3. That would be terrible. And of course, part 4. This part, they don't count it as part 4, but it is related to the whole Plantala. So after the horsemen of the Eliocalypse, a little hard to say there, and the spirits of Plantala, do you think you've seen it all? How naive of you. Pandemonium, the latest update is online. So this, yeah, again, I'm not familiar with the quest line. I do know that that some of the items come from here. If we do a quick search for, let's see, Dofus TOuch equipment. So this kind of turned into a reaction speculation video, which... Okay, so if we look at some of the new items we got during the class revamp. Let me see if, let's go with Amulet. What am I looking for? Is it not here? No, it's lower level. Where's like the little bone hand? Okay, looks like their website it's a little bit out of date. There were these possessed items that got into here it is. So these guys right here. Again, this is not related to PC because I mean we have some pieces of gear from dungeon bosses that are not in the game, like kind of like the Menno parts, which come from Captain Menno, I think. But yeah, so this set comes comes from some of the enemies that are found. I got too many tabs now. I think I missed it. Some of the enemies that come from this expansion. And again, they even though the content is not the same for us, they do reuse, they repurpose or remix, of course, the art assets. Like this lady here, they feature Damadrya. So she comes. I've seen her again. I've seen her because I watch other English content creators on the PC side. But she comes from the Bamboo Grove dungeon, which is like a level 100 dungeon. And you get a bunch of these like little enemies. So we are going to see a return of the Bambudo and the Bobish people. They are going to look a little different. So that's how they're going to look, which is pretty cool. I like those like weird kind of funky looking enemies. So yeah, so that's where she comes from, and these are kind of like her mob creatures. So we're gonna see a return of these guys. But what else does the update encompass? We don't know yet. They are teasing stuff. They are finally putting out content and getting the hype trait going, which is I think is very important, especially for Dofus. Like, English, of course, it's a small community. It doesn't get a whole lot of views, not a whole lot of feedback, so that's why I was a little bit surprised. It was narrated. They translated the French voiceover, which was cool. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I'm super hyped. I wish I had a character that was like didn't have any quests on it, so I could like run through the Plantala quest line, like a little self-contained Let's Play Plantala Let's Play. That would have been cool as a precursor to this too. Unfortunately, I don't have another like 180 character, and busy with work, busy with life, so I just can't power level 1 right now. But yeah, hopefully when the update hits in December, I'll run it through with you guys. Hopefully do a little Let's Play to show some of this stuff off. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, this was a little bit more of an impromptu video, react video. Hopefully I could do more of these. And just trying to mix it up with the Dofus TOuch content. Though, with that being said, I probably won't do any beta content this time around, just because this looks like a very heavy story-driven update. And I personally like going through quest lines and reading the dialogue, the characters, stuff like that. So I like to go into that stuff just like with a clean slate. There you go. Hope you enjoy that. Give it a thumbs up right here. Leave a comment on the trailer. Make sure you let the developers know. You're hyped for this stuff. Get some interaction here. I'll probably leave something in the comment here. And yeah, so until next time, this has been Challenger EX. Take care of yourself.